got any questions here? Any questions here? You gonna touch them up? Let's do it now. Good luck.
The Strikeforce World Grand Prix quarterfinal. Our first fight, Barnett Rogers in red, Josh Barnett in black.
God damn it, shut the
3
fuck up.
rounds. I wonder if here in Dallas, Texas, if Josh Barnett might pull out the dreaded Von Erich claw, Frank. Oh, that would be cool.
Mama.
There's a kick from Rogers that Barnett didn't find too cool.
And when you asked Josh Barnett if he was going to take Brett Rogers to the ground, he said, no, I'm going to take him to the moon.
One of the best promo men in all of sports. Josh Barnett knows how to sell a fight, and Josh Barnett knows how to fight the fight. And here
Shut
it
the
is.
fuck up.
First takedown, it's a big one.
Thunderous takedown by Barnett. We talked about suplexing his way to the semifinals. Well, takedowns might just do it as well.
Now it's a catch wrestler. What can we see from Barnett when the fight comes to the ground?
Well, you're going to see him not worry as much about position as much as he'll be going for submissions. Right now, he's just going to wait a little bit. He's going to tire Barnett Rogers out, and then he'll start his flow.
So it's the antithesis of BJJ where they say position before submission. Catch wrestling, it's all about aggressiveness.
All about aggressiveness and going for holds. He wants to chain those holds together. So once he gets a position that he's confident in, and Brett starts moving around, he's going to start his chain.
This is not where Brett Rogers wanted to find himself this early in the fight or at any time. Top wrist lock going, attempt there by Barnett. And again, when dealing with a catch wrestler, let's use the catch wrestling terms, Fred.
Yeah, that was a shoulder lock.
Shoulder lock. Maybe we're going to see the crooked head and neck scissors.
I hope so. I hope so. Good scramble. That's the scramble we were hoping from Brett Rogers.
What about the Frank Gotch toe hold?
Oh, that'd be cool. Camel clutch.
I don't know if that's catch wrestling.
Should be. Watch for the knee bar. That leg up means knee bar.
You know, against Fedor Emelianenko, Brett Rogers actually displayed some great scrambling technique for a big heavyweight. Was able to get back to his feet, but now the full mount, Gus.
Now Brett's going to turn around and put his feet on the cage and elevate those hips. That's what he needs to be doing right here. Got a big man on top. Look at him scooting towards that cage.
Barnett coming into this fight, weighing 8 pounds heavier than his last North American battle against Gilbert Ivel back in January of 2009. Rogers is actually smaller, lighter than when he faced Alistair Overeem. Coming into the cage, better shape, but
What do you want to do, Frank, if you're Brett Rogers right now and you've been mounted by Josh Barnett?
Well, Barnett's just riding him. He's sucking the life out of him right now. He's trying to get him to slow down a little bit so he can set up his chains. Rogers got to put his feet on that cage because Barnett's way too big to bridge off in a regular bridge, and he's not going for holds right now. He's just chilling. He's cross-facing. He's looking to do damage.
And there, the feet on the cage by Brett Rogers. Now Barnett, ground and pound.
The shoulder lock he's going for right there.
training with catch wrestling kings like Carl Gotch, Billy Robinson, Matt Hume, and of course Eric Paulson, whose philosophy is that the human body is a submission waiting to happen.
Yeah, Barnett's going to just soften him up here, lay on him, drive his hips into him, look how far his knees are. He ain't going nowhere for a few minutes.
Rogers has to control the posture now. It's a grab the pound and try. Nicely done.
The problem is those big hip bursts, those big explosions, they take a lot of energy.
Of course, having a guy that weighs in around 256 pounds on top of you doesn't help with the gas tank department either. He's just holding on for dear life right now. Less than a minute remaining in the opening round.
And look at that entire body weight of Barnett is surfed out on Rogers right now. He's just sucking the life out of him.
40 seconds remaining in the first round, scheduled for 3 rounds. Josh Barnett in the black trunks on top, Barnett Rogers in red on the bottom. This is the Strikeforce World Grand Prix quarterfinal.
That's a smother right there. as I thought he should have been.
Fans not appreciative of the groundwork right now. Brett Rogers and Barnett have been on the ground for over 4 minutes. And cage side, the former Dallas Cowboy, Minnesota Viking, Heisman